Guys, this is Real Estate Podcast, episode 121. Here with Griffin.
How are you going to come in with that kind of low energy?
All right, I don't have enough time. The intro's about to end. It's 121.
I'm here with Travis.
We've done 121 episodes. Tonight is this one.
And I'm here without him.
All right, sorry. I'm sick, man.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that's
sick
right.
as shit.
My bad. Yeah, sorry.
You're lucky I'm here.
You're right. Yeah.
And speaking of that, now that I got it started, I'm going to mute my mic and go lay down. All right, text me when it's over.
Coming in hot. Just let me connect to your PC and I'll stop it whenever we get done.
We'll pass on that.
What?
I can go out, but people can't come in.
Oh.
You won't find the folder, dude.
Dude, I'll stay up all night digging.
You'll clone my hard drive.
It'll be all day. It'll be an all day.
I got 5 of them in here.
It'll happen, dude. They'll be like, "Why didn't you go to work today?" It's like, I got Adam's hard drives cloned. What are you looking for? My file.
Yeah. Your folder, you mean?
File. Yeah. They're like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, everything
Everybody
that I've
gets
ever
a
been
folder.
involved with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in there. I don't even know what he's got in there. He might have a picture of my dick. I don't know.
Possibly. That's right,
Don't
you
send
don't
it
know.
to Chess. Yeah, right. Don't send it to Chess, though, for real. Because he'll be like, "I finally saw it, Griffin."
That's where I got it.
Oh, you got it from him?
Yeah.
He sent me a dick pic one time.
He did.
Yeah.
I
don't think
remember.
he meant this. I don't think he
I
meant to
don't think
send
he
it to
did
me.
either. If he did, that's weird.
Right. I mean, how many friends do you just send dick pics to?
None.
Yeah. I would never think of
I
doing
can
that.
count the times I've sent dick pics on one hand.
With one hand or on one hand? So anyway, what did we watch?
What did y'all watch? Because I don't know if I watched the same movie or not.
I watched Lords of Chaos again.
Let me change the number and we'll just do 120 over again.
I could probably do a whole nother podcast on that movie.
We could have kept going.
Yeah, it was so fucking
We ran
good.
out of time.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Well, what did y'all think?
Of the Lords of Chaos? Alita? Battle Angel?
Now, was this based is based on some kind of something, right?
Yeah, it's based off a manga and an anime.
Now, have y'all ever seen
for
that?
sure.
Can y'all confirm if this was like source material that they used for this?
I mean,
Or they just come up with a new story?
It's been on. No, they took inspiration because I did a little research on it. So fun fact, I don't know if you knew this or not, Trav. Did you say who wrote it?
Yup. Our Lord and Savior Jim.
Yeah, so James Cameron wrote it. And so what happened was...
You could call him Jim, Griffin. I'll let him know that you're going to call him Jim.
Nah, I feel inappropriate calling him that.
All right.
So Mr. Cameron wrote this movie and had planned on directing it, you know?
But he got caught up in...
Well, he released Avatar, and then he's like, "I'm just doing Avatar from now on."
So they wrote this movie a long time ago?
Yeah, they've been working on it for a while. So from what I read, Robert Rodriguez approached him at some point, was like, "Hey, man, what are you going to do with the Alita property? I know you was writing a script and you were going to direct, but now you're in the Avatar making business, so what's the verdict?" And he said, "Oh, I'll send the script to you, and you can do whatever you want to do." So, sure enough, sent him the script.
So Cameron just handed the movie over?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, he got a credit for co-writer, and he got a producer credit. He said that anytime, Robert Rodriguez said that anytime he ever had any questions or anything about the script, he would call
Jim
Mr.
was pretty
Cameron.
cool about it?
Yeah, he would answer any questions that he had. Like, to run ideas by him, you know.
I wonder if he called him up and he's like, "Do you believe in God?" Well,
Wouldn't that be amazing?
yes, I do. And he's like, well, I think you're wrong. And hangs up on him.
I wish it was like that. But yeah, that's kind of what happened. So Robert Rodriguez went in and kind of did a couple of rewrites and stuff for it, and I guess Cameron gave it the okay.
Yeah, I heard that some of the rewrites included in the script the eyes were big, but Robert Rodriguez was like they need to be bigger. We need
As
the
big
eyes
as
to be
possible.
bigger. Puppy dog
Yeah.
eyes.
Like hentai blowjob eyes. That's what we're going with here.
Yeah, they were big. So all of the what they call them, people from Mars, they all look like that, right?
Yeah,
For 300 years old, dude, she looked pretty good.
I know, right?
I knocked the dust off of it.
Oh, I know what I was saying though. So James, Mr. Cameron, based the movie off of. There's like 10 volumes of the manga, and he based this off the first 3 or 4 volumes. Because apparently, in like volume 3 or 4, it's whenever the battle, um, the murder ball thing.
Oh yeah, the
You know,
game they
that's
played.
yeah, that's when that came into it. And then the stuff with the boy, was like in one of the editions of the manga. So he just kind
Feel
of
like we
cherry.
could have went without that.
Well, here's
Maybe
my
just a
thought.
little bit, but not.
She was all in, dude,
Yeah, dude, she took her heart out
and
and
was
said,
like,
"Sell
"You
it."
can sell this, yeah."
He's
My
like,
bitch, give
"Don't
it
trust
here.
people."
Yeah, not even me.
He's like, "Put that back."
Yeah, you're gonna hurt somebody with that
Yeah.
thing. Um, I feel like the relationship stuff was okay. I mean, it added interesting plot
Yeah.
twists in it. But once, like,
Once he
she,
died, and then they brought him back and killed him again.
yeah, like that
He
was
died
so,
twice.
yeah. I was expecting Christoph Waltz to die.
Me too.
Like, I was
That was
waiting
gonna
for that
upset
shit to
me.
happen. Yeah, me too.
Whenever he came into the bar,
Yeah,
to protect her that time where the guy kills the dog. Oh fuck, dude.
yeah, right.
I thought he was gonna die there,
I thought he
and
was
that was
too.
gonna be her Coulson.
Yeah.
That was gonna be her end to fuck up. What was his name? Lao Shu. What was
Um.
his name? Dude up in the floating city.
Uh. It starts with an A, right? What was his name? Hold on.
Damn it, yeah. It was
I gotta
something.
go to IMDb.
Something real easy. It was a
A
Z. Was it Z?
zero. It
Zoltar.
was.
Come on, dude.
What the fuck is it? You know who played him? Edward Norton.
Oh yeah. There at the end when I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, it's Edward Norton, because all through the whole movie he's wearing these damn
Those
goggles.
little glasses things.
Is he uncredited? Because I sat through the credits and I didn't
Yeah,
see it.
he's uncredited.
That's
The
weird.
fuck was his name?
Yeah, because I'm not finding him in the
Since he's
list here.
uncredited.
Okay. Sorry I asked. Oh, if he's uncredited, he'll be down here in this uncredited. Damn. That sucks, man. You're being a big movie and they don't even give you credit.
Nova.
That's it, Nova.
I found it. I had to go hard on that.
So he's been running the floating cities
city.
where everybody wants to go.
Typical story.
But I liked what True Detective said. He did a good job.
Yeah, he was all right.
I like what he said when he was like, "We say I'd rather reign in hell
Rain
than
in
serve in
Hell.
heaven."
Yeah.
Because he said up there, if he went up there, he'd be the lowest of the low. Like that's where all the rich people live.
Yeah.
He said, but down here you can live a pretty good life.
Well,
I would stay down there.
We don't know what's up there though. It could be like.
It could just be that one dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It
saying.
could be a myth. Like it's like there's all these people are fighting to get there.
Yeah.
And it's nothing.
How fucked
It's
up?
a hologram.
How fucked up was what they did with fucking dude's wife?
Whose wife?
Christoph Waltz's wife, Jennifer Connelly.
Oh man, pulled her eyes and her brain and shit out in her hands.
Yeah, everything.
Stuck her in
Yeah,
that little
in that
toolbox.
jar. Yeah, in that fucking in that suitcase of hell. That's what it was.
Oh, I knew whenever she was walking away, I saw that big dude coming up. I can't remember his name, but the big guy.
Yeah.
I saw him walking up like a shadow, and I was like, "Oh, she ain't leaving."
She's in too deep, you know.
There was actually a lot of violence in the movie.
Yeah, for real.
Some cussing. Let's see, what was this? Were they
It was
able to get it?
PG-13, I
Wow, I
think.
mean, I heard some f bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. I'm surprised they were able to keep it as much. Like, I mean, dude, there was a lot of like people getting. I guess because they were machines.
Yeah. Well, I think that, you know, in cartoons, you can show things getting destroyed as long as it's not real, as long as it's a machine, a robot, or something like that.
Yeah,
So I
because
guess
every time you see somebody get fucked up, and they don't show the dog die,
no, they don't.
just hear it.
You can see the blood.
Yeah.
That's enough, you know. You'll make it.
The movie's more extreme points were
No.
were played off very, very cleverly. You know.
Yeah.
There wasn't overkill really of anything
No.
because this was a very fast-paced movie.
It was fast paced. It kept me pulled in.
Yeah.
And it didn't. It's shallow. Well, shallow sounds negative, but the dialogue was light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything that was spoken in the movie was just enough to get you through the scene.
Just enough to get you to
And
the next action scene.
I kind of liked it. I
Yeah.
liked that it wasn't just a character sitting there for 5 minutes going, "We have to go do this,
Yeah.
this, and this, and this, and this." It was like, "Well, no, you need this. All right, you should stop being that way. Fuck, they're trying to kill you. If you can't beat them, join them." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. That bitch could run that city, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like,
for
she's
sure.
the strongest person in the world, pretty much.
Yeah.
well, essentially, she kind of does at the end.
Yeah. Oh, she's
Like
the champion?
Well, everybody's cheering her on, and she looks that motherfucker dead in the eye with that sword. I know we're already at the end here, but still, like, that was pretty badass.
I know she's like, sequel.
Yeah.
Kind of hope we get one.
I wouldn't mind watching a sequel to it. I mean,
It made enough money.
there's
I
a
want
lot
to see.
of,
I want to see more of this story.
I want to
Yeah.
see the city up in the clouds.
It's like, it was almost like issue 1 of, you know what I mean? I like that they probably. It obviously goes on further than what we got clearly, and I like that they didn't try to, they didn't look at it as here's our first shot at it. Let's cram the whole fucking story into 2 hours.
Yeah, milk it too hard.
Yeah, like, it set up the world. It set up a simple goal for the character to achieve. It gave us a little bit of the lore. If this is the first of many, it's definitely a strong first movie, I
I'd
would
watch
say.
3 of them.
For this type of film. And I don't know, I enjoyed the take, because it kind of reminded me of different things.
The action, the fighting scenes were really good.
Well, I feel like there were homages to, like, little shit. Like, you could see inspiration of like you could see where they pulled from Ghost in the Shell. You could see where, like, the one of the, I don't know if it was just, I believe it was one of the Hunter Warriors. The one that had the blade arms and flips back and lands on the wall, exactly like that fucking bitch.
Hey, when she did that, she looked at it and went.
Did you guys catch that at all? That was just like Wicked City, man.
Yeah, I know.
It was pretty cool.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't tread new ground. And it also, to me, something that was most relatable was its plot, and it was fucking Trigun. This movie was like Trigun with a chick, and just a couple little changes. It was like Trigun and Ghost in the Shell had a baby. And for those not familiar with Trigun, it's essentially kind of the same thing, like I was saying, deals with an incredibly overpowered main character that's really lighthearted in personality, but at the end, when they're put in stressful situations, they go full fucking badass mode.
Right.
And they're both characters are capable of causing massive destruction just by themselves.
How long do y'all think she'd been laying out there in that trash pile?
300 years, right?
So her
That's
brain
how old she is.
lived off of that power cell that she had. They said that her technology was like, forget about it. He told her, he said, don't break this body because I can't fix it. And he can fix anything.
Yeah.
I liked when he plugged her into it and it started that thing where it started changing. Like nanotech, yeah.
Yeah.
I loved when she took that. Oh, I'm sorry, Griff. I think
I'm
getting some delay on my end, man. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
And also, and I feel like they kind of nudge towards answering the idea if her body's ever gonna get damaged, and it can't.
I don't think it can.
It fucking heals it. It heals itself. Like when she got pegged by a dude at the end.
It just healed right up.
Which was that Jackie Earl Haley?
Yeah, it was.
It was?
In that big ass suit?
Yeah. That's him, dude.
Holy shit.
Like a lot of people were in this fucking movie. Like, we got Lawnmower Man was the fucking dog whisperer.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was him, yeah. He's been in a lot of Robert Rodriguez movies.
He was he was that captain of Oceanic Flight 115 or 050, whatever, in Lost.
Yeah.
He was the pilot.
I knew I recognized him from a bunch of roles.
Yeah. And Jackie Earl Haley, and then we had True Detective, Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz did a great job.
Yeah. I like the guy that was in Logan. The pretty boy with the face.
That she fucking cuts off.
Yeah.
That was fucking that was Ajax from
Oh yeah, Ajax from fucking not dude from Logan.
Deadpool.
What a dickhead.
He plays a really good asshole.
Yeah. She cut his goddamn face off at the end. His tongue with like, my face.
All face.
All he had to do is stick it back on.
Yeah.
Well, Gorilla Glue never hurt nobody.
Spoiler alert with putting that goddamn sword in every promo for
Yeah, I know, right?
She don't get that shit till the end.
Yeah. But there's a lot of things I liked about it, but there's a lot of things that they had definitely adapted some of the anime cheesiness with it, which I can appreciate. But at the same time, I'm like,
oh, when we got that hi-ya moment, I kind of
cringed a little.
What moment?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
The hi-ya moment.
The first time she fucking goes combat mode.
Oh, okay.
And she cuts dudes. It's when she remembers that really badass scene of them fighting a war on the moon.
That's right.
I want to see that. I want to see that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that battle scene was badass. Yeah, and then she hit this motherfucker so hard though, his head got stuck in like metal.
Yeah.
Or when she face kicks
that bitch.
She is ninja kicking like a motherfucker in this movie.
Dude, when she's in the bar and she throws those 2 beer bottles up and kicks them both.
Yeah,
hits them both in the face.
And she gives another cringe moment when she gives the "Stand with me" speech with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, she's fixing to get fucked up by somebody.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, somebody's gonna kick her ass. I knew it was gonna be that one dude with the fucking thing on his chin. What the fuck was that?
Fucking Pearson.
Pretty boy. She's like, how much money did you spend on your face? She was burning his ass in front of everybody, though.
I know. She was jugging on him.
He got butt hurt, dude.
Didn't he?
He's like, you're not going to fuck on me. I'm going to kill your boyfriend.
Yeah. Put a bounty on his head, basically.
You gonna fuck on me?
I fuck on you.
So long, gay boys.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a lot that I liked about it. And there were some definite cringy moments, but I think this shows more that the anime adaptations can work, or even manga adaptations can work. It just you have to treat it almost like a comic book, and you have
Yep.
to be somewhat faithful, to the source material, and just do it. Do what you have to do to make it right. Like treat it.
Oh, and to answer our question, I hate to interject, but it will be getting a sequel.
It will, for sure.
I just saw it's gross. It's gonna get a sequel.
Well, it was a 200 million budget, and it was over 400 million that it brought in, right?
Yeah.
170 mil budget and 404.9 box office gross. But I agree with what you're saying, though, Griff. I think with these adaptations like this, it's really hard because it's almost like people who like, even with Cameron, it's like he had a hard time throwing in a type of like presenting the narrative through the dialogue and having enough of it and not just trying to get out with, you know what I mean, the typical I stand on the side of good.
Yeah.
Shit like that. And such a ridiculously designed a ridiculous set design.
Oh, the world looked amazing.
Yeah.
What about that motorcycle he was driving? It's just a wheel.
I was just like, this isn't. They built one of those on MythBusters, right?
I don't know. I'm like, where do you sit?
On the fucking
just one
wheel.
big tire, man, on the wheel.
Yeah. You just roll around with it.
What was that other anime movie we watched? Did we watch? Is it the Ghost in the Shell? What was it called?
I haven't watched that.
Okay, this movie's better than that one, for sure.
I kind of want to watch it. I liked Ghost in the Shell a lot. That's the only reason I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, this one's better.
Right.
My only problem was like towards the end. It was like, all right, I get it. She's falling in love with the boy, but let's not make the whole movie about that. Like, she was doing that race and he was in trouble. She just left the track, dude.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'd have been like, let me win this race real quick.
Yeah.
And then I'll come save you. But then he dies. They take his head off, put it on another body, and then 10 minutes later he's dying again.
Yeah.
He should have just been dead.
Yeah, they should have let the bounty.
Well, just think about this. The scene where he's going up the thing, and she's like, "Oh no, I remember this. There's thing comes down if you try to climb that, fucks you up."
Yeah.
All right. He could have died. Like whenever dude stabbed him, he should have died. That should have been it. We didn't even need that scene with them standing there.
Yeah, I know.
We didn't need none of that.
Yeah, like, what was the point for her to say I love you?
I mean, she could have done that when he was laying there dying, and then that would have been her drive to get there.
Yeah.
To fuck that dude up. Like, they doubled down on it. It's almost like they killed him twice, and they was like, we don't know which one we want to use, so we're going to use them both. I just felt like he should have died when, like, she comes out with him, he's dead, and she's pissed at everybody.
Yeah. That was the only thing that I was just like, motherfucker, this is kind of bullshit,
I didn't like that, but it didn't ruin the movie for me.
It didn't ruin it, but I was,
Another interesting tidbit, the movie was brought to James Cameron's attention by Guillermo del Toro.
Ah.
That's cool. Wouldn't it be cool to be part of this inner circle of fucking movie directors?
James Cameron has fuck you money, though.
Yeah. Del Toro has the Shape of Water money.
Yeah. It's wet.
Yeah.
It's got wet money.
Dick. Yeah. But
Robert Rodriguez, I actually looked it up earlier, y'all. He's worth $40 million.
I believe it.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Most of his stuff is kind of low budget, though. He does it himself.
I was surprised that he did this.
Yeah. What did he do before this?
That TV show.
That From Dusk Till Dawn series?
Yeah, speaking of Robert Rodriguez, here's a little thing for you. I was looking at his IMDb earlier. They have a Machete in space movie that's coming out.
No fucking way.
Machete goes to space to fight.
No
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
way,
I bookmarked
dude.
it right here.
I see it.
Yeah.
No fucking
Tell
way.
me you ain't excited to see that shit.
I would fucking.
I got a
haven't watched
bone to
the
pick with
second
Robert
Machete yet.
Rodriguez. Do y'all want to do it after we rate it, or?
Uh,
I got a bone to pick with him.
Well, go ahead.
I can do it now.
Yeah. Let's hear
Robert
it.
Rodriguez and John Malkovich did a movie called 100 Years.
Yeah.
This movie will be released November 18th, 2115. After the movie was shot and filmed, it's not to be released for 100 years. No one
What?
alive will ever see this movie.
Why?
Tell me why, dude. Here it is. You tell me why. What the fuck is that? What kind of CUDA shit is that, dude?
What?
Yeah, it's real.
Why? Like, they're not. People aren't gonna give a fuck about this in 100 years.
Look though, and then you're not allowed to know anything about the movie. It says it's a secret. Okay, John Malkovich. It says hero, bad guy, hero, girl. That's all you're allowed to know.
What? I think I'm having a stroke.
Your nose bleeding?
I think it's written by John Malkovich and directed by. Dude, what the fuck? They finished it in 2015.
Yeah, it'll be released in 2115.
What?
Yeah,
Why would
they're
you?
fucking real as fuck about that too. Nobody will ever see that movie. Why would you waste money? Like, you won't even be alive to.
No.
The movie is sealed in a bulletproof safe with a time lock set to open in 21.
Wow. If I had a time machine.
Louis the 13th will give out 1,000 metal tickets that will allow the receiver's descendants to go see the screening of 100 Years in 21.
The receiver's descendant.
Now tell me that you're not interested about what's in that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
what
I like
is
John
that?
Malkovich.
Let's start a petition.
To release it now?
I want to see it.
Do you think they will in like 50
No.
years? They're like, fuck it, dude. It's
No,
been long
dude. They're dead serious about not releasing that. It's almost a promotion thing.
Yeah, but who's gonna be? I mean,
Dude, everyone alive now will be dead. Then.
Yeah.
For sure. 100 years. Ain't that some CUDA shit?
I don't understand.
Yeah, when I found that, when I ran across that, I was like,
I bet it fucking sucks, and I bet it's really goddamn boring.
Probably, but still.
And
Don't
it will
that just
make
blow
no
your mind,
sense.
dude?
What blows your mind too is that this movie will make no fucking sense
To people in the future?
to anyone watching this. To anyone.
I wonder if John Malkovich like shows his dick in it or something, and that's why he's like, I want everyone to be dead before this is released.
He shows his asshole.
Yeah, and then what's his name? He's like, I'm gonna hurt her. Find her, I'm gonna hurt her.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't even know what to say about that. Like, what's the point? These people are not going to give two fucks about
in the future.
100 years. Yeah. They're going to be like, who the fuck is John Malkovich?
And you're like, and then some nerd's gonna be like, Malkovich. What a weird movie, dude.
Yeah.
Being John Malkovich.
Yeah, that was fucking.
He's a weird guy anyway.
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez
So
is a bit of
apparently
a weird guy.
So apparently James Cameron's had this movie in production since 2000.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's been working on it for a fucking hot minute.
Why did it take so long to make it?
What was Guillermo del Toro doing in 2000?
What's that movie he did? What's that one? That first one? That first one of his came out around 2000, what, 7, 8,
I see.
6. That's the one where was that labyrinth thing where the thing would put its hands over its eyes? Had
Well,
eyes in its hands?
the Devil's Backbone. Wait, this is stuff that he was written on. In 2001, okay, he did The Devil's Backbone, Blade 2, Hellboy, Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy 2, Pacific Rim.
That's it. So his earliest movie is The Devil's Backbone?
He did, before that in 97, he did Mimic and Chronos.
Never heard of him. I know what Chronos is.
It says here, check this, in pre-production, with James Cameron as potential director, the film was to be produced with the same mix of live action and computer-generated imagery that Cameron used in Avatar. Specifically, Cameron intended to render the main character, Alita, completely in CGI. Cameron had stated that he would make use of technologies developed for Avatar to produce the film, such as the fusion camera system, facial performance capture, and the Simulcam. In May 2006, Variety reported that Cameron had spent the past 10 months developing technology to produce the film.
Wow.
So the shit he used for Avatar, Alita was pretty much the test run for it.
I watched some of the clips from the set on YouTube earlier today, and she wore a motion capture suit the whole time. Only thing you could see was her face. The rest of it was a suit that, tracked her movements. You could tell that wasn't her body because they made it look smaller, and her eyes, they just like blew it out. They put one of those Snapchat filters on there to make her eyes look real big.
That's why they came out with that.
Here's something cool. In a February 2019 interview, Cameron revealed that he set the floating city of Salem in Panama, specifically Panama City. He explained that the city Salem is not floating, but hanging from a space elevator, which would only work physically near the equator as a result of the new location. Iron City was designed with Spanish signage and Latin American architecture, which makes even more fucking sense when homie tells Alita there are worlds upon worlds upon worlds, and this is the bottom of them all.
Yeah, they're stacked.
You got Iron City, then you got Salem, then you got next one, like it's on an elevator, so there's probably level. You know what I mean?
The higher you go, the richer the people are.
Because here's my thing, I've never read Alita.
Sounds pretty cool.
I don't know where this story goes, but I'm actually interested.
Yeah.
This could be this could be a new read,
Right. Yeah, I'm interested as well. I hope that they do. What I hope they do is I hope this movie made enough money where they shoot the second and third one back to back.
Yeah, so we don't have to wait 10 years to see one.
Well, not only that, but like, what if the second one comes out and it doesn't do as well, and they're just like, well, we're not going to finish. That's what they should do. That's what Hollywood should do from now on. You get the first movie out there. If it makes its money back and makes a decent profit, then film. If it's a trilogy, film the next two back to back. That way, I mean, it's going to make money. It might not make a shitload of money, but at least the story for the people that care is out there. Like, think about how many movies that have come out that's supposed to be trilogies that we only got one, and it was bullshit.
Huh.
That's all I'm saying. I'm down.
In an interview with BBC Radio 1, Cameron explained the reason for rearranging the film title from the initial source material, allowing the possibilities of sequel titles. It's Alita, Battle Angel, because the next one will be Alita, Fallen Angel, and then Alita, Avenging Angel, and then Alita whatever. I mean, that's assuming we make some money.
Makes sense.
This is a 20th Century Fox release, too, so it's a Disney movie.
Yeah.
It says the casting of Edward Norton in a non-speaking role as Nova in this film was intended to be a setup for the sequel. I mean, never mind, it clocks in at the same time every movie starts to be like, hey, it ain't over.
Yeah. It's a good idea though. What if they instead of doing a sequel, what if Robert Rodriguez, James Cameron, and Disney get together and just make a 2 or 3 season miniseries out of it for their streaming
Well,
service?
what this article from February says is that opening weekend it made like $20 million in the U.S., which is not good, but it
Yeah,
started pulling better numbers, especially in Asian countries.
yeah, of course.
They're saying that it's going to take 2 to 3 years to complete a sequel. So if we get one, it's not confirmed yet, but it'll be around 2022 before we get
Well,
another one.
I
I
mean,
think
here's
it made
holding out
enough for
hope.
another one.
Well, it doubled it, right?
Yeah. So it
So
didn't lose money.
no, you've got the budget for the next movie.
Yeah, put more
It's
money.
also it is the last film released by 20th Century Fox before the Walt Disney Company bought for the merger. And it so far it's the 8th highest grossing film of this year.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
No.
And Rodriguez's most commercially successful film to date.
Yeah.
I don't
Did
know.
better than
Sin
Sin
City's
City?
pretty fucking badass.
Let me go back
But
to
that
that.
was Frank. But that was Frank Miller though.
Robert Rodriguez directed. They did a split. Frank Miller and Robert Rodriguez. They did it together.
Yeah. He had help. And I mean, honestly, can anything really, like, personally, when I think of Robert Rodriguez, I always think the Mexico trilogy.
Yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn. That, what is it, El Mariachi?
No, like, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like those movies.
Dude,
Yeah, like,
listen,
he doesn't
you know how much money Sin City? This is the one that came out in 2014. That's not the right one, is it?
No, that's the newest one. It didn't make a lot of money
Dude,
at all.
it made $39 million.
Yeah. I went to the movie. See, the reason why...
2005.
Well, when the first Sin City came out, it was like, everybody's like, holy shit, like, this is a different way of
looks
making
so
movies.
cool.
Yeah. And they waited 10 fucking years to release the sequel. Why the fuck would you do that? Like,
they did.
What?
Right at 9 years, because the first one was 2004.
Yeah.
It made 158 million.
Yeah.
That was a cool movie.
But why would you wait? And it's not.
No,
it
ask
wasn't
James
as good.
Cameron.
I know. But see, by the time, they cast those characters like Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
You can tell that he's aged. And in the sequel to the Sin City movie, like, he's playing a younger version of the character that he played in the original.
Didn't they have Mickey Rourke?
Yeah, which Mickey Rourke looked fine because he had all that prosthetic makeup shit on.
Yeah, he looked the same.
Yeah, but like everybody else that they cast in the movie had aged noticeably. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. The coolest story in that second one was the one with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I like that story a lot.
But you're right. They waited too long. I feel like they've done the same thing with Avatar.
Yeah.
When Avatar came out, it had the big hype and all this shit around it. And then you wait 10 years. Nah, dude. 1-2 years at the most. You better have another one coming out. Like, you're gonna wait too long. Like, can you imagine if they released Infinity War and then they did Endgame 10 years later? You'd be fucking pissed.
People would be like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Like, I gotta watch the other one again. I don't remember what happened.
Yeah.
Here's some more interesting little tidbits. In January 2019, Cameron and 20th Century Fox partnered with Open Bionics to give a 13-year-old double amputee a pair of Alita-inspired bionic hero arms for the film's London premiere.
That's fucking cool as shit. I'll allow it.
And check this, I thought this was cool. The visual effects were provided by 3 companies, one of which was called Weta Digital. And Weta Digital was the primary vendor for the Alita digital puppet, which required the company to redesign its motion capture methods to capture all the subtleties and complexities of Rosa Salazar's performance. Like, they had to go in there and be like, Like, they had to take their stock shit and tweak it, you know?
Yeah, it looked good. The CGI looked really good in the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean that's.
It had good CGI.
It was, yeah. It was, and here's my thing. A lot of people seem to have had a problem with the whole eye thing with Alita because her fucking eyes are huge.
I liked it.
I thought it was
oh yeah, I mean, I was visually engrossed in this movie the whole fucking time.
Yeah, dude. I would have watched it in the theater.
Yeah.
The fight scenes, man. When she kicked that when she would do those kicks where she'd jump up and come down, she kicked that one motherfucker's arm off.
Yeah, right. No big deal. No, the action was great. The only thing that I wish, other than the guy story, you know, him dying twice, whatever that bullshit. I wish we would have had one more of the murder ball sequence.
Yeah.
Like I think
because I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Well, we got like the first time she had ever played with the kids,
Yeah.
which was cool. That it was what it was, and then we got her actually playing, and then it would have been nice if they closed the film with like an actual match.
Well, they did
you know?
instead of having that scene where they bring him back to life and he runs up the thing and he's like, "I'm going to the city in the sky. It's the only way."
Yeah.
Just let him die in the warehouse or the church, and then instead of because remember they were like months went by.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she's champion. Why couldn't we just see her? We couldn't. I would have enjoyed that more.
Yeah, I would have too.
I would have watched a good 20 minutes of that.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't make movies, so I just watch them.
Yeah. But that's why we're doing
that's
the
what
podcast,
they should have done.
To criticize.
Yeah.
You know?
I am incarcerated. If I was there, though, in that writing room, I'd be like, hey, do we really need to kill the dude twice?
Yeah, like, come on.
Let's just kill him the first time and then focus on this murder ball shit, because that's pretty cool. Like, that's fun to watch.
That shit was cool, and the whole hunter-killer thing was cool as fuck, too. Like, it would have been cool to see her doing some races,
we didn't even see her do any hunter-killer shit.
No,
like
not
she
really.
went in there and got the license and then
showed up at the fucking bar.
Yeah, acting a fool.
Yeah, acted fucking having a silly goose time, you know? But yeah, I mean, it wasn't perfect by any means, but
it was good.
Considering that it's based off of a manga and how they treated it, I enjoyed it.
You got a good treatment, yeah.
Yeah. And I think that everybody needs to take note of this because, I mean, that's like they're talking about doing, you know, Akira, live action Akira.
I
mean,
that's the one that we watched, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it can be done, though.
Wasn't this the one with the big babies?
Yeah. The green guys?
Yeah, the big old babies.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the one where he went Super Saiyan at the end. And blew up. Or whatever the fuck happened there. So it can happen. And it can be done well. We just need, you know, someone that cares about the property. That doesn't not only cares about the anime itself, but also the manga that it's based off of. You know, like that's all I'm saying. So there's a lot I liked about this movie. Now, would I buy it if it was the right price? Yeah, you know. So I don't know. In this, one of my favorite sci-fi movies that we've watched on the podcast that isn't like a mind fuck like Coherence. You know, that was a mind fuck of a sci-fi film, but just a general action sci-fi flick would probably be Valerian. And I like that better than this, you know? That's just my 2 cents of the matter. I didn't hate it.
I think plot wise, I think plot-wise, I would rather see more of Alita than Valerian.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
But I think Alita had a better, like, to me, Valerian was good, but it suffered from third act syndrome.
Yeah. I mean.
But I don't know. I mean, there were a lot of. I mean, there were. I don't know. It's a big toss up because even though it's sci-fi, even though it's in the sci-fi genre, they both are they're such different stories, which is pretty awesome because there's not a whole lot that correlates with the two other than just somehow we pissed off Mars.
Yeah. Right.
In Alita.
Get your ass to Mars.
I don't know. The scope of Valerian is definitely a lot better than Alita.
Yeah.
But or at least with what we, because that's the thing about Valerian and Alita is that they're both films based on a graphic novel source material, and they're both ones that, I mean, I don't know if you've read either of them, Griff. I know I haven't, but we're actually, this is one of those few moments where we go in blind with a movie that's based on something like this.
Yeah.
And
but I don't
know that they both were definitely great. Like they were both great films to watch in terms of. I knew I kind of got what I was expecting. I think that's why I don't have as much a problem with Alita or Valerian. You know.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you 100%. And if I had to break it down like this, like I'm fine with the way that like Valerian turned out. If we're gonna compare the two, like I don't need a sequel to that movie. If there was a sequel, I would watch it.
This is the one where the guy
Chronicle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was a great movie. That's a one and done, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if they did a sequel to Valerian, of course I would watch it.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like there's a necessity as with it.
Pretty much got the whole story right there in one thing. Like.
Yeah. So it's I mean it's just if I want to watch a one and done, but at the same time, if I wanted to see something on the scope of like a Star Wars type, that big of a scope, if they get around to doing it, then I'm gonna watch Alita, you know?
Because they really rooted they kept they didn't as much as you could see that they could go, they could have went further in their world building, but they established just enough, and it's almost like the movie was it was almost to me like a foreign blockbuster film, but with just enough American injected into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it kind of had, to me, it had like similar things to like the Japanese and Chinese adaptations of their respected mangas and comics and art form. I mean, they're equally criticized as well as, as we judge our comic book movies here. So, I mean, there's that debate that's obviously present, but like this movie could have been released in China or Japan by those respective countries, and or they could have told us that, and I wouldn't have thought any different. Really, I would have just been like, well, they finally nailed some of the acting and some of that stuff.
Yeah. So, I think that
because it had that. Oh.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, because the filmmaking, or at least the editing, was similar in that it was just. I use the term loosely, like rapid fire dialogue, where it's just short, sweet, get the scene over, next scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just that really stood out to me in this, because a movie of this caliber, the only thing you can really hold it in comparison to at this point in the current year is to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
And while those movies are all great in their own, we've gushed about that enough, and we're going to continue to. But they always have a difference in the way they do their dialogue. Is that, like, in the MCU, it seems like their characters are you know, we get those moments in those films where the chuffa sets in because it's already an hour and a half in, and we're still getting a whole sit-down discussion amongst the characters as to why they have to achieve movie's goal, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas in Alita, Alita was more like the character. It only gives you enough to see the character experiencing just how shitty humans fucking are.
Yeah.
Don't ever trust anyone. Don't always give people stuff. Like when he told her that.
And with and they
Well,
what the fuck was it?
She was trying to give him. See, and maybe in his mind, he's like, it's a droid, so like, can it ever really love someone? But it was crying.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like as about as real as anybody. Like, see, their technology is like advanced.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing.
And I mean, like
it's a person.
Well, I mean, the fact that it was a human brain in that.
Yeah.
Like it was human. Its body wasn't, but it was a
100-year-old brain.
For lack of a better.
I give it a star.
Well, let me ask y'all this though. Almost everybody in this movie had some kind of cybernetic
modification. It's like a modified two-step.
He carried out the trash a fortnight ago.
Yeah, she definitely had an agreement with gravity.
But what was Christoph Waltz's cybernetic implant? We never got to the bottom of that.
Well, he finally told us that he was born in the floating city, and he chose to come down.
Yeah, him and his wife.
Yeah.
But see, she had that thing in her head.
He picked his out.
Yeah, he removed his. So, but
he's like, I ain't down with this dot head stuff. That's what it was, dude. It was a dot head. I mean.
Yeah, because Jennifer Connelly was, or the more I think about it, she became a briefcase full of guts.
Now Now we talked about this before you got on, Travis, but how stupid was that weapon he had? Like that thing will get you killed. Like
his fingertips.
No, dude, his damn axe hammer. With a fucking rocket on the back of it.
Dude. This is where I gotta disagree with y'all, man.
You think that was cool?
I love unconventional weapons.
That was
stuff like this. I'm a sucker for it.
He would go to swing it, and the fucking rocket would turn on. It would swing faster.
Well, I mean, he was taking down just machinery pretty much.
He needed something. But when he was putting it together, I'm like, what is this? And it cut on, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Well, like at first when she discovers that he's the one that's fucking people up.
She thought he was murdering those women at first.
Yeah, I was like when that first happened, like within the first 30 minutes of the film, I was like, okay, that was a quick reveal, you know.
Save some plot for the rest of the movie, you know.
And I mean, and I like the idea that they let the audience kind of hold all the information to a degree. But with the exempt of Zalem and Nova, you got to hold all the keys and watch the robot, find them herself. Like you knew, like I like it when they do stuff like that where they reveal
just
some
enough.
Of the character, some of the. Well, like for instance, the boyfriend being a part harvester.
Yeah, well, piece of shit.
And just be. Yeah, and the entire time it's like, man, you're waiting for that to slip.
He sold her out to go to that city, and she was trying. That's why he got mad because like he just sold her out. He's like, he was gonna send her to do that training match, and then she's like, "Here, take my heart," and he's like, "You're fucking. What's wrong with you? Like you have no idea."
And like the whole. Oh right, it was like, here, let me give you the plot of the movie now. Yeah. Like, I liked how they kept his art in in the same vein as Alita's, in that she was experiencing the world as a good person.
Yep.
And his was more of a karmatic arc.
He just wanted to go to the city.
He spent the movie harvesting cyborg parts, only to turn into one in the end. And and then he still died of shit death.
When they were in that bar and that big motherfucker came in there, he looked at the arm and he's like, "Oh shit, that's what that was for." When they were cutting that arm off of that black dude, it didn't look that big.
No.
How cool was that weapon? How cool was it when he got fucked up the first time? And they had him sitting down, and they pulled his damn head off with his little spine stem dangling.
His little sperm
Yeah.
tail.
That was kind of cool, man.
It was dangling around.
I give the movie a star, though. I give it a star, guys. I liked it. Even though I had a problem at the end with the boyfriend stuff, I still liked the movie. I enjoyed the shit out of it. Wished I would have cut one of those death scenes, because you only need one, you know?
Yeah.
And I would have put in more of the murder ball. That's what I would have done. We would have saw her rise to be a champion. That's a whole goddamn movie in itself right there.
Yeah.
But I still enjoyed it, and I can see myself. I'll probably watch it again. It's not one of those where I'm like, nah, I won't ever watch that again. I can watch it again.
Right.
And I liked her eyes. For different reasons.
Oh, excuse me.
It's like a little Precious Moments flashlight or something.
What them eyes do,
Hey,
girl?
no, did you guys wonder this? Like, when she was trying to hook up with this dude, I'm like, can they bang?
Yeah.
I mean, she's got parts. I mean, I know it's like, I know we can be like, what that mouth do? But,
yeah.
That's what I was thinking when she was hooking up with this dude. I'm like, can they even like...
Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, is that possible?
Yeah. I'm sure she's got a
But we don't know. She could probably make one.
The Shape of Water answered all of that.
Yeah. But then when he was laying on the table, dude, and he was a cyborg, it was gone. I was just like, oh, man. That would, dude, if I woke up after dying and wake up and I look down and my body's a robot, I'm like, my dick. Like, I would be like, just let me die. That's all I could think when I saw him laying there. Like, if I woke up and that was me, I'd be like, my dick. Like,
that's why I was climbing that fucking thing.
He's like, I have no choice.
Yeah, I have no dick. How am I supposed to fuck this girl?
I got no balls.
Fuck it. Well, I'm gonna give it a star. There's a lot I liked about it. A lot. There's some things that I was, like we talked about. The fuck?
Matt sent
I could
keep going, dude.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We know that it could. We both know that it. There's a like you could tell it's a February movie.
Well, it wasn't terrible.
Or early. Yeah, I mean, Deadpool survives the season, and I think this one does too.
I thought it was gonna be worse than one.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was gonna be really bad.
I agree.
I was like, this is gonna be terrible. This is gonna be fucking trash time.
It wasn't.
But then when I started watching it, I was like, damn, like, pretty good. Like, as soon as it went off, wanted to watch the second one.
Yeah, me too.
That's a good movie in my book.
Yeah, I'm excited though. I hope they do a sequel.
They're talking about it.
Maybe. We'll see. What do you think, Trav? What you gonna give it?
I'll give it a star, but with the same sentiments that you said earlier, Griff. I buy it. I plan on buying it, but I'm obviously gonna wait till it's a little further down the road.
$2 or $3.
Yeah, I'll definitely grab it in bargain bin. It's worth having. And I think something we didn't bring up about this movie at all throughout of it. This is how you do strong female lead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right.
This movie didn't make me feel
like James Cameron has proved that he can do a female-driven movie and it not have blatant political, bullshit strung in there. Yeah. This like and just and even with that gone, like you rooted for the character.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, we don't give a fuck what gender they are, as long as they give a strong performance. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, as long as they're a compelling character, and I think Alita is very much one. Like I would, I want to know her story now. Yeah, for sure.
I like her eyes. I bet she can see real good.
Well, that's like Rey from Star Wars, though. You know, like even though all the bullshit surrounding that movie, you know, and everything like that,
she still does a good performance.
Well, I'm interested in her character. I'm interested in, you know what I'm saying? I'm interested to see where
it goes.
Where it goes. I'm not really interested now where she come from. I'm kind of over that shit. You know what I mean? But that's good writing.
Yeah,
makes good female leads.
Yeah, the woman's not gonna make the role.
No.
The writing will.
Yeah.
If it's good writing, you can let anybody play it.
But good point, Trav.
Yeah, I didn't feel that way at all the whole time. There was nothing to the whole movie where I was like, are they really fucking doing this right now?
Yeah, I know.
Are you serious? Are you trying to brainwash me? Yeah.
I mean, it was just a classic case, or it was a classic tale of class warfare on a very ridiculous, level.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, stories like that have proven to be timeless.
Yeah.
So, I really do hope that they make the sequel, though.
Me too, because I want to see her fuck that dude up.
Well, this story and this whole story and the setting and everything, it's a lot to unpack. And what they managed to pull off in 2 hours for something like this, it could have went so much worse.
Yeah. But they nailed it.
And they kept it at 2 hours, and it had a lot.
Dude, it covered.
Yeah, like there's a ton of plot in this movie.
Yeah. We learned about the hunter killers, we learned about the murder ball, we learned about the city, we learned about where she came from.
Yep, the people from Mars, the rich people, the game they're running.
Were you guys waiting for a moment when like there was a part where she did become evil?
She was just too good, man. I didn't see her turning evil.
No.
Her heart she was just too good.
Yeah. Strong female lead.
And fucking what's his name killed it, man. Christoph Waltz.
Yeah, he's so good in everything.
Well, he really cared about her. Yeah. He replaced his daughter with her. That was what he like. You could just see him. He was just like, just be careful, keep the pads on, and go out there and come right back. You come back here. Don't die.
I like their dynamic a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I really enjoyed the way that they did that because
chemistry was good.
Yeah, because it could have been real bad,
it could have come off creepy.
Yeah, but it didn't.
Because at first I was like, oh, what's he gonna do to her?
Well, it's that idea because he's the one that kind of introduces you. There's a lot of movies where it's like anything AI or anything, that has any kind of like mechanical parts is viewed as like as a lower life form to some. Because, I mean, think about it. We never saw any of his enhancements or whatever you want to call it, if he even has any, So the way that he communicated to her the fact that like there are people like you, there are cyborgs.
Well, and you could tell that he was a good guy because he was going around collecting these bounties at night just to keep his business open so he could
Yeah.
Dude, when everybody was fighting in that bar, and he said there'll be if you don't stop right now, there will be no more free repairs. Everyone
Yeah.
stopped.
Yeah.
Because he works on
Everyone.
everybody. He knows everybody. He helps everyone. Good guy. A
Yeah.
real doctor.
Yeah.
Down there helping the poor people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a complex piece of engineering,
A good guy.
and he gets paid in fucking oranges, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, when she ate that orange,
She's like, "This is my favorite food."
this is the best thing I've ever had. It's like he's like,
Some
what?
of my favorite scenes, I think,
Were her
were
like
the
experiencing stuff
scenes.
for the first time?
Well, of course, but also when her and the doctor were at the shop,
Uh-huh.
and he would dish out little bits. She'd be
Yeah.
like, "Look, you know more. You know more than what you're fucking saying.
You know
man.
what
like,
I am.
Like,
Just,
spit it
you've
the
known the
fuck
whole
out."
time.
And that was very. I don't know. I've seen a lot of anime where it deals with the main character finding their way, and they have this like mechanic like guy that's in the background that they go talk to and consult and shit. This had that vibe.
Yeah.
And I've always enjoyed that too, because it's usually where in a lot of animes, like, you know, a lot of plot points get banged out for you, you know?
Yeah.
We've got some stuff we got to cover here.
Uh-oh.
So this
You
movie
got
gets
another-
3 stars.
You got
I just
another
want to throw
bone
some
pick?
stuff at y'all. Nah, I just want to throw some stuff at you. Some,
So does it
I
get
go
a
to
battle star?
your Death Star. Oh, Battle
Yeah.
Star, because it's. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see his second one. I mean,
Yeah.
if a movie goes off and you want more, it's a foreign. I mean, it's a good movie.
I could have.
I could have watched another
I mean,
30
yeah.
minutes, man.
Yeah.
I was surprised it was right at 2 hours. I expected
know.
it to be at least two and a half.
Well, and they gave you
2:45. Like,
they gave you so much, but you didn't feel exhausted.
no, I didn't. I wasn't. It wasn't like so information overload that you're just tired. It's like this movie
Yeah.
made me tired.
Well, in a way,
shit.
it benefited by being its own entity, its own story. It took the time period we have now where everyone is into the CGI fest blockbuster movie, and it was refreshing because it wasn't tied to anything. There wasn't anything to it where it's like, oh, we need to go watch all these movies. We come watch this one, or if you don't know who this character
I
is,
had
you
no
need,
expectations.
Yeah, me either.
None.
And,
Saw the
and
trailer.
It was
like, okay, looks like that kind of movie.
It was refreshing.
See, there's people that read the source material and they were like, just flipping out.
And I know we normally try to stick to those debates with things, because a lot of the times, I mean, we've all collectively dabbled in other mediums of entertainment. So, when it comes to films and adaptations and stuff, there's a good chance one of us has seen or is aware that this is being made of something, and we're able to criticize through that type of lens. But, this is one of those movies where I'm fortunate enough to, experience just the movie itself and not have the critic in the back of my head that wants to, be like, they did that wrong. That's not quite how it's supposed to, and, even if people catch that, they're still doing it.
Yeah. So
let me get to some of these.
Like for instance, Adam, because you're the one that introduced the book to us. When you were watching The Martian, were there parts that you were like, that's not what he did?
No, it didn't bother me, because I knew it'd be different. Didn't bother me.
But at the same time as you were watching it, though, like the part of you that remembers the book was like that.
Book was better.
Like you acknowledged it, but it wasn't something that fucked with you.
Enjoyed the movie.
You know what I mean?
I mean, they did a good job.
Yeah.
It's hard to put something that thick, on a screen and put everything there, like, because it's just hard to put it all on there.
Well, especially with the way the book was written. It was written as a journal, basically.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and the movie didn't play out like a journal.
No, it played out like a movie.
It was They did a good job. But that book, I was thinking about that earlier when we were talking about source material. I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Book
The only
was
thing
good.
the only thing I didn't like about it, I really wish that they would have cast Sam Rockwell.
Hmm.
Like that's the only thing that I'm just like.
Yeah, after seeing him in Moon.
What was that? What was that,
Yeah.
Griff?
I wish that they would have cast Sam Rockwell as the lead in Moon instead of. I like Matt Damon and all, but I mean Sam Rockwell is the perfect like. Well, this is shit, but I'm gonna roll
He's
with it.
really, and he does really good. Like,
Yeah.
just being on screen, just him.
His charisma, dude.
Yeah,
He has
he's oozing.
this Rockwell swag.
It's got
If
swag,
I
dude. Like,
if I may say so
yeah.
myself, not many actors have the Rockwell
Watch
swag.
Moon.
Oh my god.
I mean, he would have been good in like, what was that? I Am Legend.
No, tell him to watch
You
The
tell
Way
him.
Way Back. Watch The Way Way Back.
Movie will make you feel so good.
It will. It'll make you cry.
You want
but
him to
it's
be your dad.
Yeah. God, that movie's good. I'm so glad I found it on Blu-ray. Anyway,
All right, I got some stuff to talk about. We got to quit talking about this movie.
I know, right?
It's a winner. All right, I've got a few links here. I'm gonna breeze through these, so I'm throwing headlines at you. The guy from the Raid, the main star from the Raid, he's been cast as Sub-Zero, the upcoming Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah. I'm fucking fine with that. He
So
was
I'm throwing
so
that
good.
at y'all.
Absolutely.
Have you watched The Raid, Adam?
I have seen the Raid.
Oh, how good is that shit?
It's really
Now,
good.
have either of y'all bothered with its sequel?
I
haven't
have
seen that.
I got the 2-pack Blu-ray pack.
The sequel's just as good.
Yeah.
Remember that Judge Dredd movie? They kind of ripped off the wet play. All right, I got another one.
Literally the same movie.
All right, here we go. Check this out. Spider-Man. If Spider-Man does not make $1 billion, Sony gets it back.
Bullshit.
Dude, here's the article, dude. This is true. Oh, yeah, dude. It's everywhere. Google it. Check it out. It's not going to make it either, dude. It's only at $500 million right now. If it doesn't rake in over $1 billion. See, they said, here was the deal. This was in the contract. They said, if we make $1 billion, you'll let us do another one, a third one. And they said, okay. But if it doesn't, it comes back to us. And it's looking like it's not gonna make it, dude.
Well, I haven't. It's only been out a week.
Yeah, but they're usually pretty good at these projections.
Yeah.
They can tell you what a movie's gonna make before it ever comes out. Kind of like they did with that X-Men movie. Oh, they knew it was gonna bomb, dude. Just from looking at the shit online, and they got a program they run it through. They're almost certain this movie's not gonna make the kind of money that it. But we'll see.
It almost seems like it seems like it sabotaged itself.
I think this is clickbait.
Dude, Google it. I'm serious.
I mean, I believe you, but at the same time, it feels like.
No, if you type in Spider-Man, you'll start seeing all these links where people, like right here, dude, as soon as I type it in, film.com, movieweb.com, and wired.com, they all three have the same headline. Spider-Man has only made $500 million, and they're talking about how, right here, MCU to lose Spider-Man Far From Home if it doesn't hit $1 billion. That's on MovieWeb 5 hours ago. And the reason they're telling people this is so they'll go out and watch it and try to get it. They're warning people. They're like, hey, if this movie doesn't make this kind of money, we're not going to get to make the third one. Sony will. If you type in Spider-Man, dude, let's see. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six out of the 7 links here that it comes up is talking about how if it doesn't make $1 billion, they'll lose it.
Right.
That was the deal. I guess they thought they'd be riding high off of that Endgame.
Off of Endgame?
Yeah, because it came out right after it.
Well,
right? Like just.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think they screwed themselves over because if you think about it, Endgame
is Endgame.
That should have been.
I mean,
the Endgame
should have been the Endgame.
Endgame. It should have been the last Marvel movie of the year.
How you gonna roll out a Spider-Man movie after that movie?
let your ass chew on that movie for a year, because it's enough to do that.
It's tiding me over.
Yeah.
I'm good for a
and
while.
This was a case of, oh, you like that? Well, here, have this one too. And it's like, man, I'm full off the first plate, dude. Like,
well, has it released worldwide?
Spider-Man?
And that's not to say
Yeah.
I don't want to see Spider-Man. I do, but at the same time, I mean, if this movie was still gonna be maybe another year from coming out, I'd have been okay with it.
I think maybe it should have come out before. Well, it takes place right after.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have waited a while, but that's part of their deal, man. They got a deal with Sony. They don't even own the character. They had to do what they had to do.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking in their head, they're like, dude, in-game drops, we already know that's going to make all the money in the world.
Yeah.
We know that Spider-Man's going to rake it in because everybody wants to see what happens after in-game because it takes place right after it, right?
Yeah.
So everybody wants to see it. Well, here's the thing. Here's the other thing. This was bad. This was a bad idea. Spider-Man Far From Home is in the theaters right now. What else is in theaters right now?
In-game.
In-game, dude. Whose idea was that?
I know.
To release those two at the same, put it back out there when Spider-Man's out. Kudos.
I don't know. It just sounds. I don't know.
That's a lot of money,
like
and
Marvel
whoever
got
made
greedy
that
for a little
deal
bit.
that's a bad idea. Because dude, it's Spider-Man, dude. It ain't making $1 billion.
Did the first one make $1 billion?
I don't think so.
I know
Speaking
it made
of
a lot of
in-game,
money.
I'm looking at a live counter right now. 14 million difference. Beat Avatar. When they started a week ago, it was 37 million. Now it's already down to 14.
Wow.
Yep. Avatar has 38,000 votes on here. In-game has 160,000 votes.
You think it'll get it?
It's gonna beat it, dude. It's only been a week, dude, and it's already done 15 million, over 15 million. So
Right.
it's gonna smash that.
I hope.
Smash it. All right. So James Wan's directing that Mortal Kombat. I didn't know that. Didn't he do that Fast and Furious shit?
Yeah. He did Aquaman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm down with that. All right, check it out. Robert De Niro got sent a pipe bomb on the first day of filming the Joker. Whole
What?
article about it. Yeah, dude. Somebody
Robert
sent him
De
a pipe
Niro?
bomb. Yeah. Ain't
Is
that
he
crazy?
in that movie?
Yeah, dude. He plays the guy that runs the TV channel. He's the show that they bring the Joker on. He's the guy running the show, like the host.
Okay. It's fucking random as shit.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
What if it was Joaquin Phoenix?
Oh my god. He's getting into character?
Because, I feel like I got to bring this up. Rip Torn passed away today.
Yeah, I
I don't know
saw
if y'all
that.
know that. He died at 88.
I was going to bring it up.
Yeah, he was in Men in Black, Larry Sanders Show. In the last several years, he kind of went a little crazy.
Yeah.
Got arrested. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, you know. Hey, can I read you the this article?
What article?
The headline on this article?
Yeah.
And we'll see if you want to go down this rabbit hole. Let me go back up and find it.
Is this the music one?
No.
Don't forget about that because you already got me excited.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget, y'all. I got like a minute-long trailer to watch.
This is it's for Vice. Hold on. It's right here. I'm close to it. I can smell it. Keep going. I'll find it.
Okay. I don't know what's up with this Beatles movie, but it's like a movie. It's like, right here, Todd Phillips says Robert De Niro really loved the Joker script. Robert De Niro is one of those people where he's so rich, he doesn't have to make movies.
Yeah, of course.
I've never looked at his net worth. Are you serious, son of a bitch? You're gonna make me turn my ad block off? Fuck you. Never come here again. I want to see what y'all think his net worth is. I'm gonna say it's over $100 million. I've never looked.
Robert De Niro?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's at least over 100 million.
I'll say 175.
What you got, Travis?
How much is Robert De Niro worth?
Yeah. God damn! I just saw the number. He got fucking. He's got fuck you money, dude.
I say what, 500 million?
300.
Wow.
How did he make that kind of money?
He's been fucking at it for a while.
He's been collecting royalty checks for a minute.
All I'm saying is when you got that kind of money, because that's a lot of fucking money, you don't have to make a movie. You don't have to do anything.
I can't wait until The Irishman.
Yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday. See, Joe Pesci's worth $50 million.
Wow.
Al Pacino, 165. He made some good investments somewhere, dude.
Yeah.
But I will say this: there was a time in the '90s and 2000 where he played the lead role in a shitload of movies.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking $20, $30 million paychecks left and right. Just he's still getting meet the fucking Fockers money.
Yeah.
You got my eye on you, Greg.
Oh, I found the article, the headline. This is from Vice. You ready?
Okay.
How to eat out a non-op trans woman.
I want you to read that. Interested. Do they have pictures?
No, I don't see any pictures on here. Tongue techniques. Okay. That's one of the bullet points here.
Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening.
Alternative points of entry.
Vice, they're a bunch of kudos, man.
Parting tips.
Parting?
Yeah,
now wait. What was the headline?
How to eat out a non-op trans woman.
Okay. So this is a guy.
She's got a dick.
Okay. So you don't eat them out, dude. You suck their dick.
Well, you eat after you suck the dick.
Woo! Oh. So you're giving a blowjob.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
That article caught my attention. I was just like flabbergasted.
This is the same company that went after Darren.
Yeah, I know.
Made a little documentary about.
I remember.
They just didn't like it because, you know, he was a gay man and he was like, if you got a dick, piss in the men's room.
Yeah. You can't say that.
But he can.
Bitch, I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, it's America.
Yeah. Don't
get how this works.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters is pulling people in.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, they're pulling in. What we got here? Big Lebowski spinoff retitled Jesus Rolls will be released in 2020.
I think it's already filmed, right?
Nobody fucks with the Jesus.
Are you watching it?
It says has been retitled The Jesus Rolls will hit theaters in early 2020. Am I gonna watch that movie?
Yeah.
Fucking right, man.
Yeah.
Nobody fucks with the Jesus. What do you say? These are meals, man.
Yeah.
Him and me, we're gonna fuck you up. Oh my God. It's gonna be a whole movie. What I hope this movie's like, I hope it's like Kingpin, but with the Jesus.
Oh my God.
Like he's fell on hard times.
Yeah.
He meets up with a fucking Irish dude or
he's a pederast, dude.
Yeah. Fuck's a pederast.
Shut the fuck up, Dottie.
You're out of your element.
He said it's true. Whenever he moved, he had to go door to door.
I'll get you a toe by the end of the night.